In today's video, we're playing a deck that has Thalia riding on the back of a frog. But let me tell you, this card is a house. That's right, today we're talking about this Abzan list where Thalia is riding on the back of Gitrog, which is actually a very, very strong card. Definitely a card I had lower on my tier list, but after playing it is way up there. Thalia is going to be the new Glissa. It's a 4-mana 4/4 with First Strike and Death Touch, just like Glissa. But what's great about this card is all of your opponent's things like their creatures and non-basic lands come in tapped, which really slows the pacing down for your opponent. But also, whenever this attacks, you can sacrifice... Well, you have to sacrifice a creature or a land, but you can play extra lands every turn, one extra land every single turn. So there's a lot of text there, but the way we kind of exploit this card is we can attack every turn, sacrifice things like the 2/2 zombie off of Jadar to keep drawing cards, because when you sack a creature or a land, you also draw a card, which is great. So we can keep sacrificing that 2/2 to draw a card, or we can sacrifice our lands because we do run Conduit of Worlds, and Conduit of Worlds allows us to replay lands from the graveyard back to the battlefield. So we can sack the land and then replay it. But we want to be ramping. We don't just want to be sacking and bringing right back to the battlefield. We actually want to ramp. So we do run these sacrifice lands that once they go into the graveyard, we can continuously replay them to go find more basics over and over again. So Thalia is constantly just ramping up the field. It's a really sick combination. We got new cards like Ren and Realmbreaker, which plays really well with the graveyard. With the -2, we mill some stuff out, fill up the graveyard, grab some stuff in the graveyard, and the graveyard's going to be key because we got things like Consuming Blob, which get bigger based on how many types of cards are in the graveyard, and it grows over time. And then Invasion of the Chandelier. This is going to be a card that allows us to pull things back from the graveyard if we need, and then it's also a nice little battle. If you kill it, it flips over and we get to play some free spells. It's really cool. The deck was really fun though, ton of synergies. You guys are going to like this one, I'm sure, and it won a lot of games. I'm telling you, this thing was a powerhouse and you're going to enjoy it. But before we get into it in the games, just want to say, if you're new here, we do post videos 5 days a week. So if you guys do enjoy content just like this, if you wouldn't mind liking, subscribing, all that stuff helps out more than you might know, and I would greatly appreciate it. Peace out. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today's going to be a really fun day because we are in the early access event. We've got access now to some brand new cards from March of the Machine. I almost said all will be one, but March of the Machine. And it's gonna be a lot of fun today, man. We're gonna have a blast with this thing. Opening hand here is good enough to keep. I hope we get some support to this, but we are really focused in today on trying to play out the Thalia. All right, Broker's Hideout, because we're gonna need some green mana for sure. Let's play some forests here. These destruction type plans where they blow themselves up to get more mana can be a little tricky to play and try to figure out how you want to play your curve out, but hopefully we won't have too many issues with that today. Okay, so we found a Thalia, which is really nice. I'm gonna play out Jadar here. I'm gonna hope and pray it doesn't get eliminated off the rip here. We are up against Esper. They're already incubating. Whenever a Phyrexian you control transforms into whenever your permanent you control transforms into a Phyrexian, put a 1/1 counter on it. Interesting. So when they crack the incubator token, it's going to get an additional 1/1 counter on it, right? Okay. So they got themselves a 3/3. It's kind of nice. Not bad, not bad. No blocks yet. Not yet. All right, a turn 3 play Ren would be pretty sweet, but it doesn't exactly protect itself right away very well. So we're gonna wait on that. We're gonna just go ahead and gain some life here and then look to do the Thalia next turn. Because once Thalia is down, we're gonna be in a really good spot. Yeah, we can use the Plaza of Heroes to use for the mana for white. What's nice too is you can actually sacrifice Plaza Heroes to give that indestructibility and then replay it from the graveyard with Thalia's ability. So there's a couple of ways you can protect Thalia from being targeted by things.
I have no reservations about cutting down.
Tezzeret is interesting. So we got a lot of artifacts in their deck then, that's for sure.
Success already.
That's actually a really good card because if you actually minus with the Tezzeret on one of these incubator tokens, it gets a base power and toughness of 4/4 permanently. And with the 1/1 counters, that could be a big deal. All right, it does kind of stink because Thalia is great and everything, but with its potential being targeted in this turn, could be a bad thing. We'll see. All right, let's attack into the opponent here. Hopefully Thalia makes it through one turn cycle and we should be able to run away with this game, but that's a big if. Not too many people from my experience have allowed Thalia to hang around too long if they could do anything about it. Incubate 4 Phyrexians, you could draw Vigilance. Ooh. Well, that's still not good enough, unfortunately, for them. I've got, you know, the best kind of blocker you can ask for on the field currently, so you're not getting anything through. All right, cool. They don't go in for anything here. I believe the smartest play here would be to go for the Conduit of Worlds, because once that's established, this game is pretty much going to be in our favor here, because we're never going to run out of ability to play out lands. Let's play out the Obscura. Let's go get a white source. Excuse me. Let's go in here, get a green source. All right, so like I said, we're never going to run out of lands here. We can take this out. If we do, we draw a card, which is great. They block here, though. That doesn't seem like great value. Yeah, it doesn't seem like very good value to me. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've almost got enough mana for Kaya. Not to mention, I do have Invoke Despair next turn. Potentially too. It all depends on the mana that we're able to generate. This is an enchantment, so yeah, we've got some pretty good things coming our way.
Meet your killer.
This should get pretty interesting. I'm so sorry, guys. My allergies have been absolutely going insane today. I took an allergy pill, but it's not helping. All right, they're incubating again. I really respect this deck, though. It's doing some pretty cool things, that's for sure. All right. It's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, so we did find a land, which is very, very clutch. We play that out. We play out Kaya. 2, 4, 6, 7. Play out Kaya. Let's go Obscure Storefront. Let's go get another swamp. Gain some life. Kaya comes down. Let's take their shark.
Sounds easy enough. That's it. You gotta kill.
Man. Still don't think we can attack. As much as I want to attack and get this ball rolling, I don't think we have the luxury to do so. What's really nice too is they're going to want to target Kaya with their attacks and kill it, and we can just keep replaying it with the Conduit of Worlds, which is pretty busted. Yeah, everything's on board, so I mean, I don't think anyone's going to out-generate the value that this deck can output once we've got everything on board and established the way we do. So, good luck to them. No plays from the opponent here. Okay. Let's minus steal your shark.
There has to be enough today. You die. Huh.
Let's go Broker's Hideout. Now, either one of these isn't going to pull a land because we already got all of our basics. So let's go here. Let's focus on killing everything we can. Create some of those incubator tokens is pretty nice too. All right, that handles the majority of our issues here. Definitely gonna go realm here.
will give you all the time I can muster. I see endless.
There we go. It's not bad. Let's get this into play. Just checking. No, we don't have anything here. Okay. So no attacks. We got to leave up blockers here. These are some pretty nasty threats on the board currently, so cannot ignore that. Now these cost 2 to transform. We got plenty of mana to probably do some of that. Yep. This deck is so much fun, man. It is so much fun. It really does so much. It's so good. All right, so they're able to exile all those things, which is really, really solid. Let's go here. Let's get back to Kaya. I feel like I'm going to be moving pretty fast here, and I'm doing that because I don't want the opponent to concede. I don't think they will, but you never know. I've had a couple opponents concede here today. All right. Get those in for an attack. Take them down to 7. Let's just gain some life here. We're not going to get a land, but at least we can gain at least 1 life, which is kind of relevant, right? So let's gain a life. Now we got Realm Breaker creating us 3/3s every turn. We got all these incubator tokens that we stole from the opponent. We've got an 8 loyalty Kaya. Really is no coming back from this, but they're going to keep swinging through, which is great. I love that. I'm glad they're playing the game out. It's nice of them. Not to mention we have Consuming Blob. I mean, we got so many good things. Urg can kind of fill up our graveyard too. Get that going. They get themselves a 5/5. It's not bad. Got to go invoke Despair here and just close the game out, right? Good game, my friend. Good game. Well played. Really cool. I mean, really excited because I never got to play the Ren and Realm Breaker just until just this game, so that was kind of fun. I have it in here mostly for the -2, so that was pretty cool though, man. Everything was online and unlocked there. That was really fun. All right, let's go, man. Round number 2. Round number 2. Opponent gets to go first. I have some removal early into an Urg. I mean, that's definitely a keepable hand for sure. Don't have any of the new cards though, but definitely happy with this one. And we got a battle coming in right away. Ixalan enters the battlefield. Look at the top 5 cards. Reveal a permanent card. Put it in her hand. All right. It flips into a trample 4/3 that gets indestructibility. Okay. So we know this is going to be a mono green deck, right? So these Shieldred's Edicts are going to be very, very important. Taking their time trying to find which card they want here. They choose Vorinclex. Of course. Good choice. Pass the turn. All right. That's something else. That is something else, huh? Okay, well, what are the odds they throw something down with haste? Pretty slim, right? I think we can get down the Ren. Let's get down the Ren mill and see what we hit here. Oh, you know what? I have to be able to play the Conduit of Worlds. I think that's the most important thing here. All right, we're going to take this. Yeah, I think getting down the Conduit of Worlds is more important than anything because we can replay the Thalia with the, you know. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Buy us more time.
All right. And let's pass the turn. And we're going to go ahead and take care of their Vorinclex when they play it down this turn. This is an enchantment, right? Sorry if I'm not chatting as much. There's so many new cards right now that I'm really trying to like dial in and figure out what's going on half the time. All right, let's make them sack that one. The other one, hopefully we can get with the Invoke Despair here. And the reason I want to get rid of these Scrap Gorgers so desperately right now is A, they can exile my graveyard, which I need to be able to pull things back with this. But also because I wanted to use the Invoke Despair really badly because it's really important that yeah, it's really important that we killed that World Tree. All right, cool. We're looking good. We're moving a little bit slow, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Not able to do both, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shoot. Okay. Well.
Allies everywhere. Stand with
Not
us.
ideal, guys. Not ideal. Because we have to destroy this, right? We have to kill it. Like, we can't let this just kind of hang out here. So we're going to have to kill this. And I think I'm going to get down the Urg. All right, cool. Oops. Sorry if that was loud. I just punched the mic. Another Vorinclex. Okay. Yikes. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 mana. Let's get that to the graveyard. Come on, give me a 7th. No 7th mana. But that is a really good blocker, so I'll take it. I will, in fact, take it. Doesn't matter. I'm not attacking. All right. No attacks.
Fight back.
All right. Thalia is going to be absolute money right now because it's going to bring their creatures in tapped, which is great. But also it's going to be able to block things like Vorinclex very, very easily. Vorinclex transforming those another... Yeah, it's a whole nother story. Yep. You know what's really good, though? Kind of wanted them to do that because what's going to happen now? Yeah, they get this first Saga off, which is really, really good. But I'm going to go ahead and Kaya next turn, potentially. I mean, ideally. And then Kaya can exile it and steal it. Yes, let's go, dude. Huge. Absolutely huge.
Enemies that the challenge. Time for your spirit to move on.
There we go.
Allies
Let's attack with
everywhere.
this.
Stand with us.
Sack this. Nice. Good hit. Ooh, let's go. Okay, so what do we get on the second Saga? Distribute 7 1/1 counters among any number of creatures you control. That's pretty solid. It's pretty solid. And then what's the final? It's an end of turn. I get to fight anything. Cool. Nice. Which I have some really big bodies to do so. All right. They can't get through my blockers, which is great. Things are going really well right now. The deck is playing absolutely beautifully. There we go. That's a GG's. I really wish I could have seen what was going to happen there. I have the 7/1/1 counters coming my way, which was going to be really sick. And then we could have played Conduit of Worlds and started our loop. We also could have just exiled the Defiler with Kaya. And then we could have got Kaya right back with the Conduit as well. We were absolutely rolling with that deck right there, man. Holy, this thing is sick. This thing is sick. Man, Urg Spawn of Turg was... honestly the MVP of that game because the ability for us to surveil away a card and then find that final land we needed for the Kaya was everything. All right, we got a pretty interesting hand. As interesting as it is, it's not a good hand, so we're gonna have to send this one away. Yeah, we're gonna have to send this one away. I think really our success from that last game really came from us having those 3 Shieldred's edicts so early on too. I definitely should give credit where that's due, which that was definitely something good. All right, we're gonna keep this. This is fine. I think we could do better, but it's fine. I have one of those. All right. Got to get the might down on turn 2. Hate to see that, but all good. Never mind. Gonna get a... Well, actually, yeah, it still comes down turn 2, huh? Yep. And then we'll get the Obscura storefront down, and then we'll go find a swamp. All right, the hand looks pretty good, especially if we can attack with Thalia and keep sacking the zombie token. That's going to be the best thing we can do here. Let's hope we can pull that off. The opponent finds... What is this? 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4. As long as you have 1 or fewer cards in your hand, has Vigilance Haste. Whenever it attacks, look at the top 6 cards of your library, exile a legendary creature card from among them, put the rest of your library in your order. Okay, so this is going to be a Mardu. A Mardu deck that tries some shenanigans with Ratadrobic, I would imagine. Cruelty of Gix for reanimation, hitting my hand, ossification. These are all bad things. Ossification, really the card I'm most worried about. But I guess giving hexproof though with the Defector might. All right, I really wish I had another land to play here, but it's all good. Swing through here with the zombie. Again, guys, I just want you to I want to apologize to you guys for my allergies and stuff. If I keep turning off the camera, it's just because I'm trying to blow my nose and all that nonsense. I'm sure you don't want to see, so. All right, about to fill up their graveyard. Let's find out what they do here. Again, I think this is a Ratadrobic deck, but I'm not 100% sure because why would you be playing a card that gets you more legendaries, right? They send it away. Oh, okay. 5/4 body does some things. They're definitely looking to reanimate this turn because why else would you go for that attack unless you absolutely needed that treasure? Okay, or not. All right, we're getting Conduit of Worlds down. Easy. That's about the easiest choice I ever had to make. Definitely gonna go grab 2 lands here. Thalia and the Gitrog monster just absolutely gonna pop off now. As long as I have 1 of these lands in the graveyard, I can go forever, so. 2 lands a turn. Draw a card. We get ourselves an invasion. That's pretty cool, but I don't have much of a graveyard right now, so. Not much of a graveyard built up at the moment. I'm getting a lot of duplicates, unfortunately, with the Thalias and the Conduit of Worlds, but better than not having any, right? Can't be too upset. All right, let's start with an attack here with just this. Sack this. Got ourselves a Wrenn and Realmbreaker. It's kind of nice. Let's fill up the graveyard here, see what we hit.
I burn.
Not bad. I'll take the Kaya all day.
Get the mission.
All right. And 1 mana left over. Say go. Perfect. Now, I'm really glad we got to play this game, though, because I'm glad you guys got to see how the zombie works with the Thalia and how we can keep sacking it over and over. It's like a 3-style deck here. We've got Sacrifice, we've got Reanimation, and we've got Ramp. It's so good, man. This Thalia card does everything. I wasn't sure about it, but the more and more I played against it on the ladder, the more I started to realize how good it could actually be. Definitely going to the graveyard. Invoke Despair is silly, but I definitely think this is going to have to be the play. Definitely going to be Kaya, because Kaya is just a win, you know, it wins games. Plain and simple. It absolutely wins you games.
I was expecting a more impressive enemy.
Surprised I didn't try to get that hexproof, actually. I kind of F that up. I just realized that. They could have definitely saved that. Okay.
My voice beckons to all worlds.
Yeah, I definitely shouldn't have minused on that. That was a huge mistake. I'm actually kind of bummed out that they didn't, you know, give it hexproof, because I deserve to, you know, be punished for that play. Should have took the Defector Might, but... Alright, and we end our turn. Always got to check the graveyard just in case, you know what I mean? You got a Conduit of Worlds on the field. I mean, you can only play 1 spell a turn, so he wouldn't have been able to do it, but you always got to just keep an eye on that graveyard in case there's something in there you can pull back later. That's pretty good. They can reanimate something now. Fun. Kroxa and Kunoros. I can never say the name right. Those were some of my favorite cards, honestly. Theros Beyond Death was like... Those were some of my favorite creatures because they're all in Mardu colors. But I'm not a huge fan of what this card does exactly. Yeah, I definitely can't pass that up. I mean, just get that out of the way, right?
Now, no choice. Not forever. I gotta go. Today you die.
Please, buy us more time.
Legendary creature card. Sure, we'll take that. Sack this. And that's that. All right, cool. They didn't have any other plays for us. I was going to go ahead and hit him with the Invoke Despair this turn as well. Maybe even 2. I don't know. We could have played 2 lands there. Who knows? We might have been able to pop 2 of those, but either way, it would have finished them off. So good game to the opponent there. We played really another great game. This deck, it doesn't seem like it can be stopped at the moment. I am a little upset at how I played it, but again, you know, barring the misplays, which are going to happen because there are new cards, but GG's. All right, we got time for at least 1 more game, maybe 2. I'm not too sure how long these videos are going to be until the following Tuesday comes up, because I do need to record 5 videos in one sitting, which is going to be pretty tough to do at the full length that we normally do them at. So we'll see how this goes, but opening hand here looks pretty good. I'm definitely going to keep it. See how this goes. Broker's Hideout can find us a white source. Okay. Let's play that first. Let's play this first. These lands that blow themselves up, man, make things so tricky. I think I already said that, but they do make the games tricky early on which land you should be playing first. But all right, we'll get down the Jadar, maximize the amount of damage we output here. Looks like they've got a kill spell, cut down. Okay, 4 cards left in hand though, like that. Cut down. Bank Buster, no 3rd land drop. They do have a 3rd land drop. Okay, fair enough. Broker's Hideout. Definitely going to go grab our white source here. Jadar's in again. Let's see if it survives this time around. Hopefully it does. We've got Thalia coming in next turn. Hopefully a land off the top, maybe. We can just get that ramp going up to Kaya. Potentially invoke Despair would be nice. Oh, another Jadar. Shuffler's fine. All right, Thalia, Gitrog is on the field, which means all they're on, on non-basic lands are going to be tapped, which is great. Any sort of permanents they want to play out here are going to be tapped as well. I think that's honestly one of the best things about this card is the fact that it brings everything the opponent tries to play in tapped. So good. Not to mention, honestly, I think this is probably one of the coolest art cards in the set for sure. Oof. That card's been going around like crazy. I've been seeing that one everywhere. It's going to be a really popular removal spell, that's for sure. All right, no blocks. We're going to eat this. We do need to land off the top. We don't find it. We get the Erg down. Sorry, my son just walked in. Hey, buddy. I guess he's gonna hang out with me for a second here while we record. Sorry guys, that's okay. He can hang out. He can stay here for a second. We're almost done with this game. Just don't push any buttons, okay? We're just gonna watch the game, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You guys have been getting comfortable just coming in here when Dad is recording, huh?
Monster.
That's a monster. Oh, she's on fire. You see that? She's on fire. Uh-oh. She's gonna hurt my monster. What?
What's that?
Whoa, careful. Are you gonna stand up?
What's that?
That's the bad guy.
Bad guy?
Yeah, I'm trying to beat that bad guy.
Bad guy?
Yeah, that's the bad guy.
So, then you like it?
I do like it, yeah. Yeah, if you don't mind.
Sorry.
It's okay. All right, at least we get to blow up their bank buster here. Sorry about that again. That's funny. I have a lock on the door and he's learned how to unlock it. So we're at that stage where he's going to be saying hi a lot. All right, so Jadar repopulates a 2/2. We killed the bank buster. I'm pretty sure I misplayed something there. I didn't find the correct lands to get this out. So the fact that our hand looks like this, there's really nothing we could have done any differently here. We drew 3 Jadars, 2 Invoke Despairs that were unplayable, and a Kaya. So it just wasn't happening this game, unfortunately. We'll take the L. This was a tough one, but all good. At least we got to hang out with Miles while we died. I hear him at my door crying. He wants to get back in. My wife's telling him no. All right, let me finish this game, and I gotta go say hello to him and hang out with him for a minute. It's making me feel bad. Double Invoke Despair. That's gonna be good games all day long. But the deck, again, the deck was absolutely phenomenal. I think that Thalia and Gitrog is going to be an absolute nightmare to deal with and a lot of shells. I saw one today that was all legendary creatures. So it's going to be a problem card, that's for sure. I wanted to get it out of the way, though, early, showcase it, so show how good it can be. I'm glad we found a really unique way to play it, too, with that Conduit of Worlds. I don't think a lot of people have thought about that yet. And I think those two cards together go hand in hand really, really well. Man, just a handful of unplayable Invoke Despairs. You hate to see it. Dude, Chandra's ability just to copy everything immediately upon playing is insane. Insane. Hard L to take, but you know what? Still a fun game. still a fun game. Had a great start. I just think our top decks were absolute abysmal, but still really cool. That's going to do it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate it very much. I hope you enjoyed today's list. These intros and outros this week are going to be a bit shorter than usual just because I've got a ton to get through in a single day. But I want to say thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you sticking around all the way to the end. And a huge shout out, of course, to the Mardu Mob. If you're part of the Mardu Mob, you already know. But if you're not, it is the membership program here on the channel. So everyone who's part of the Mardu Mob helps support the channel monetarily every month. So I got to give them a huge shout out and thank you for what they do for me. I appreciate you very, very much for doing that, and thanks for being part of the team. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's list, guys. We'll be back again tomorrow with another banger. Until next time, peace out.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Fizzy, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man, man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap.